After much torture, self-harm, dementing and terrorizing, Ward 16 unleashed their sophomore album Metamorphosis. A mother's love, formed in a haze of dolls and daisies, is blackened by merciless addiction. A little girl seeks protection from the broken and abandoned, anything to quell the monster that comes at night. Corrupted by unspeakable cruelty, pious innocence undergoes a malevolent transformation, the elation of a first kill and debauchery that ensues, culminating in a desperate run from the law. Deep inside the walls of Whittingham Asylum, the new inmate is tortured mercilessly at the hands of those who keep her. Consumed by a ferocious rage, she succumbs to the comfort of insanity. What emerges from the shadows is more evil and profound than any of her tormentors could have imagined. Documented transition of psychoberry from little girl to insanity, Metamorphosis challenges everything you think you know about the notorious fiend. Travel back to the beginning and ask yourself, is evil born or made? Metamorphosis will be released on September 25th, 2020 via Metal Rocka Recordings. Now, as massive horror fans, the appeal of Ward 16 and Metamorphosis is there before a single note has even been played. The shock rockers here are offering up a tale that looks to delight and chill in equal measures. The question is, does the 11-track album relay that story? And is it as exciting as the previous synopsis promises to be? The answer? Simple. Yes. And bloody yes. It begins with an atmospheric recording of the titular character, Psychoberry, talking to a sinister-sounding doctor in the institution she is housed in. He asks her to cast her mind back to her childhood, and thus we begin. The lullaby that introduces the cradle song brings no comfort. The atmosphere growing as the sound of a crying child begins. The voice of a woman, the mother, comforts the child as the lullaby turns dark and comes to a halt, leading to the arrival of Ward 16, mixing energetic and playful circus-style rhythm with mournful, darkly tinged melodies and driven by a monumental vocal performance. It is a hell of a start, but the real horror is just ramping up with Mr. Babadook, inspired by the excellent film, and the twisted playfulness pairing of daisy chains and broken toys. The tone is cute, but warped. Ward 16 having a ton of fun, while also ensuring the music is up to scratch as they tell their story. Although that's not to suggest there isn't a more serious tone also running throughout the album, something that develops into a more atmospheric way as the story actually develops. Imaggio is dripping in gloominess, A Goodnight Shot makes good use of symphonic elements, and Burn the Witch provides an eerie taste of faraway places. Although the latter track really comes alight in the second half, with an absolute screeching guitar solo and hotter tempo. Although if it is a more frantic offering you're looking for, Catch Me If You Can is the one to hear. The speed reflecting the chase that is going on within the story, with a kick-ass drum beat here too. Which brings us to the end. The verdict confirming the suffering dished out to Psychoberry and the punishment for her crimes, followed by the skulking gloom of shadows. The melody weighty and profound, making for, dare I say, an almost sad ending to this tale. It is a marathon listen simply because of the story that is being told, but it is more than worth the time and energy you need to put into it. Ward 16 absolutely deliver on what they set out to do here, telling an eclectic and interesting and fascinating horror-driven story that you can hear in every single track, alongside the simple fact that they are a great rock band to boot. Metamorphosis is out on September 25th, 2020 by Metal Rocka Recordings. Make sure you check it out and let us know what you think of it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on GBHBL.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts, and of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal, what else is life for?